Back in Naples, Florida, time to find out who is going to be our 2026 Franklin U.S. Open Pickleball Championships men's doubles winner. And should be a very interesting battle as Jack Munro on the left, Richard Livornese Jr. on the right, and Livornese, a converted lacrosse player of all things, Chad.
Yeah, Livornese Jr. is one of those very athletic guys out there on the court. He moves well, he takes up a lot of court, and he's really put in time over the years.
And Jack Munro making quite a name for himself here in Naples, Florida over the last few years.
Yeah, Jack Munro, one of the original youngsters entering into pickleball. And then took a couple of years off and now is back and really risen to the top.
On the other side, Ryler DeHeart out of Lakeland, Florida. And DeHeart, he and his teammate Kyle Koszuta, they pulled the upset and knocking now Jay DeVilliers from having a chance at a Triple Crown on Championship Saturday. And Koszuta, also a converted athlete from another sport. He was a D1 college basketball player.
Yeah, don't sleep on DeHeart and Koszuta. They are a very, very strong team. Watch for DeHeart to really use that big forehand drive. Koszuta crashes, in reality, against DeVilliers and Fu, it was the movement of Koszuta that really gave them fits and put a ton of pressure on.
Livornese and Munro start in the near court, and they start with the early 1-0 lead.
1-0-2.
One thing that we've seen this week from Livornese and Munro is they pick their spots when to push the issue. They have showed incredible patience in their quarterfinal and semifinal matches to get here to Championship Saturday. And good job there by Livornese, and he does a better job of making sure he doesn't come down in the kitchen.
Yeah, watch that backhand flick from Livornese. That's his go-to shot right there. Very strong with the wrist and forearm.
Side out.
Munro unable to return that one, so side out. We'll give it to Ryler DeHeart.
0-2-1.
His wife, Megan Fudge, already played on this court today.
Point.
And they get their first point of this match.
I think DeHeart hit an out ball right there, but if it's sitting up high to the forehand, why not put an emphasis on it?
1-2-1.
The speed up, and then dispensed of by Koszuta.
Yeah, that's not the spot to speed up to on Koszuta. He's sitting backhand, short, quick punch back behind Livornese. If Livornese is going to take that forehand speed up, it needs to be a little bit higher up near the right armpit or even outside that right hip. Right there, Koszuta goes from backhand to forehand. Just a little late into that forehand. You see the paddle flatten out, and he pushes it through.
2-2-2.
Ends up sailing deep.
Koszuta, perhaps one of the more well-known pickleball players. He's known as that pickleball guy on social media. 238,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel. 400,000 plus subscribers across all his media channels. And they all just gasped right there on that unforced error.
2-2-1. Second serve.
Good pressure there from both Koszuta and DeHeart. Heavy rolls on that forehand there from DeHeart to keep Livornese back behind the baseline.
2-2-2.
So the New Jersey native, chance to give his team the lead.
No, we're good. We have to go.
The earning opportunity for Koszuta.
Well, and I was waiting for it to happen, and that's what we saw yesterday in the semifinal. Was every time De Villiers took that middle ball and went inside-out forehand close to the line or the corner of the kitchen, Koszuta earned it. This time, though, it wasn't as wide. Munro was ready for the counterattack. So Livornese Jr. and Munro doing a little bit of homework last night, figuring out strategy going into this one against DeHeart and Koszuta.
Livornese unable to catch up to that one, so the side out gives it back over to DeHeart and Koszuta.
Second serve.
And over to Koszuta now as the second server.
2-3-2. Side out.
And the side out. So Munro and Livornese chance to add to this early lead.
Three, two, one.
Off the net, DeHeart able to get it back over.
Point.
Too much on that from Koszuta.
Well, I think that was just a little bit slower pace speed up than Koszuta had anticipated.
4-2-1.
It was almost like he took a double take back on that one, anticipating that speed up. He's going to have a little bit more power from Livornese Jr.
Early try for DeHeart, and then
Second serve.
finished by Koszuta, putting it at the feet of Munro.
Four, two, two. Point.
Good spot there from Munro. Sneaking it down the line behind Koszuta, holding it just long
5-2-2.
enough that Koszuta had to stab at it. That ball was already behind him.
DeHeart dispenses of the service opportunity for Munro and Livornese, and we'll get the side out.
Yeah, it's a very good 1-2 combo attack there. Flicks it down the line, sits on the backhand, and then slaps that one back across.
Two, 5-1. Second serve.
It's 4 straight empty excuse me, 5 straight empty serves now for DeHeart and Koszuta after
2-5-2.
starting off with a 2-0 lead.
Point.
They finally end the drought there.
Yeah, there's that big drive from DeHeart. Winds up on that
3-5-2.
forehand.
And the side out.
Another good spot there from Livornese Jr.
Little conversation taking place between Munro and Livornese.
5-3-1. Second serve.
Second serve.
Just deep. Livornese letting that ball get a little bit too far behind the body there, trying to speed
5-3-2.
up off that two-hand backhand roll. Needed to be out in front just a little bit more.
Point.
DeHeart gets tagged.
Well, there's that backhand flick from Livornese Jr. again. Does an excellent job reaching in, using that full extension.
6-3-2. Point.
Just like that, now suddenly 7-3.
7-3-2. Point.
They'll get a
receiver,
timeout here
8-3-2.
for sure.
1 minute.
Great spot there from Munro, tying up Koszuta in the right hip. Livornese Jr. and Munro fully dictating the pace of play here.
The Franklin U.S. Open Pickleball Championships on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the official ball of the Franklin U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, the Franklin X40. Play with the best. By Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs on court. And by Jula. Ready. Always.
Well, Jack Monroe had never finished with a medal at the U.S. Open that was anything other than gold prior to this tournament. Had to settle for a bronze in the mixed pro doubles. Billy hasn't been paying attention up there.
8-3-2.
Two great drops. The one before the timeout, and then that one there from Munro, well behind DeHeart.
9-3-2.
Monroe puts it into the empty part of the court. That takes us to game point.
Well, that's confidence in your partner, confidence in your hands right there. Livornese Jr. resets the
10-3-2.
first speed up. Monroe sitting all over that forehand on the second. Oh, rushed the flick. Tried to end that one too soon.
New life for DeHeart and Koszuta.
3-10-1.
Finds the back corner. Thought Livornese could have hit a potential out ball in the exchange before that, but in any case, it's a point for Koszuta, who remembers the exact day he played pickleball for the first time. Not only does he remember the day, like, oh yeah, I was with my friends and I was at this park. He remembers the date. It was August of 2021. I don't remember the exact date, but he could tell you. Hart puts that away, and they're showing signs of life here, getting it back to 5-10.
Well, Munro didn't put enough on that first speed up. It gave Koszuta enough time to slide and clear that forehand.
5-10-2.
Munro needed to be just a little bit more aggressive to handcuff Koszuta.
Side out.
Koszuta too much on that, so the side out, and it will get us to game point number 2 for Monroe and Livornese.
10-5-1.
Koszuta just catches it out of the air, and that's how it wraps up 11-5 in game number 1 for the 2 seed of Munro and Livornese. Well, tonight at 11 Eastern, head out to the pitch and catch La Liga MX, a showdown as Club America hosts Toluca right here on CBS Sports Network. Chamber of Commerce week of weather here in Naples, Florida, and it was sticky earlier in the day, but the humidity has kind of blown out, and it is just certainly Pleasantville, or perhaps we should say Niceville, because Kyle Koszuta, the town he grew up in, was actually called Niceville.
Niceville. I haven't heard of that town.
Niceville, Florida, and it has been Niceville all week long here in Naples. The exchange ends, and DeHeart and Koszuta start with the serve. And that does not last long.
Munro has done an excellent job so far of twisting up Koszuta. Koszuta is scrambling, just trying to get a paddle on each of the speed ups from Munro.
Too much on that from Livornese.
Well, again, Livornese taking that ball too far behind the body. In order to get that ball up sooner and then be able to drop back in, you have to take that ball a little bit further in front. Livornese trying to disguise it and waiting too long.
Koszuta goes to the speed up, but he misses long, and it's a side out. Excuse me, got that in?
Yeah, it was in. It was well. It was well in.
Second serve.
Nice combo there from Livornese Jr.
0-0-2.
Ernie. Well played by Livornese. Koszuta was able to get to it, but unable to do anything with it.
Oh, Ernie with the angle. Early read there from Livornese. Pace and angle, like you said, Koszuta getting the paddle to it, but nothing he could really do with it.
Kosuta's earning opportunities in this one thus far have been limited. Made such an impact in the semis yesterday with that. DeHeart misses just wide, and we've got our first point of this game.
Well, Livornese Jr. hasn't been taking that middle ball out wide to the backhand of Koszuta, which opens up that early opportunity that we saw Koszuta in that semifinal.
And you wonder how much of that is, it's now 2-0, is the fact that they saw how well he played it yesterday. We're not giving him that.
2-0-1.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. You know, do a little bit of homework, see where your opponents kind of struggled. Too wide there. Or I should say where your opponents today benefited, but their opponents struggled.
2-0-2.
Look for what to avoid in their strengths and what to exploit in their weaknesses.
Point.
And that'll make it 3-0. How much has film study and video study become a part of this sport?
3-0-2.
It's become a big part. I wouldn't say it's to the extent of football, baseball, basketball, where you really have spray charts and everything to go with as well. Oh, another Ernie, but Livornese couldn't get back. Munro couldn't catch up to it.
And Koszuta just puts it at the place that had just been vacated.
Takes it off of the right knee and hits it perfectly. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the pros have either sat down and watched their own tape or replays of their opponent. Livornese got called for the paddle touching the kitchen after contact. He was balanced, but then put that, well, the feet stayed out, but then put that paddle down. Yeah, I think if you are going to go and watch game video or tape or anything else like that, look at your losses and look at the adjustments that you can make there and the reasons why you lost more so than your wins.
Munro trying for an ATP and misfires. We're even at 3 apiece.
Yeah, a little ambitious there for Munro. Switched. Oh, we will. Timeout. No timeout. Towel. No, just towel. But we're having a little conversation there while both of them are toweling off.
3-3-1.
Good speed up there by Livornese.
Oh, DeHeart got caught reaching right there. Wasn't able to keep that ball down.
Munro, great extension, and that'll get the serve back to Munro and Livornese. Good patience by both sides.
Oh, no, Munro got it.
Oh, he played play on. Munro getting everything and then finishing it.
No. Livornese gave up on the point. Munro got it back from behind him. Right between the feet, the legs of Livornese, and then work their way back into the point, the ball down the line, and Munro sneaks it through the middle. What a scramble.
That is just filthy.
4-3-1.
And they go back in front at 4-3-1, one of the highlights of the entire week right there.
Good ball there from DeHeart. Hits it behind that left foot of Livornese Jr.
4-3-2. Side out.
Livornese might have been wondering if he could have done an ATP and then decided he couldn't and then didn't get it over the net.
Yeah, he was waiting for that ball to develop and get outside the net post, but it never did.
3-4-1.
leave there from Livornese and a good ball from Munro. Getting Koszuta to speed up from down at the feet.
3-4-2. Point.
And that point draws us back to even at 4-4-2.
Yeah, two good balls there from Koszuta. Inside out forehands. Tying up Livornese.
4-4-2.
Livornese stood up a little too early there. So when you're down, the paddle head's below the ball, you stand up. We end up making contact with the top of the ball and just push it straight into the top of the net. Trying to rush to get that ball inside out and cross court.
5-4-2.
Down low and the side out. So back over to Munro and Livornese in what has been a very tight game 2 after Livornese and Munro took game 1 11-5.
4-5-1.
Munro with the serve, the only player in this quartet to won a gold. And a little bit long, so second serve.
Too much open face there from Munro. Nice footwork there from Koszuta.
That pickleball guy.
Avoiding the net post right there on that Ernie.
4-5-2.
ATP well defended. And how about that? Koszuta and DeHeart getting it right back.
Yeah, ATP defense, Ernie defense.
It's not the right spot, Richard.
Little bit of momentum shift onto the side of DeHeart. Koszuta after that hold.
Back to Koszuta, who
5-4-1.
his YouTube channel, he started it right after he knew he fell in love with pickleball and said, I'm going to document my growth in the sport of pickleball. I don't know that anybody expected him to be suddenly become a pro and be playing for gold at the U.S. Open. But he's had 238,000 friends watching him get here. That one he can't catch up to, though.
Yeah, it's tough spot and a tough speed up there for Koszuta. Feeds it straight into the waiting backhand of Livornese Jr.
4-2.
Off the net, not out of bounds. Koszuta throwing the paddle up in disbelief. On the side out, back over to Munro and Livornese here at 4-5. Last 5 serves collectively have gone without a point.
Here we go, gentlemen.
Good time to pick
4-5-1.
Oh, that went
Second serve.
up, over, back over, back over. Just snaked all the way along the net.
4-5-2.
the earning for profit by Livornese to finally get it to 5-5.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's
Here we go, guys.
ripping off sweatbands, ripping off sleeves. They're all drenched in sweat, sliding down and making that paddle grip a little slippery.
5-5-2. Side out.
And that will not get to the net, so the side out at 5-5 and a must-win game for Koszuta and DeHeart.
5-5-1. Second serve.
Nice spot there from Livornese, going outside the left hip of DeHeart.
Five, 5-2. Side out.
The side out. So, Chad, we had 3,750 players here this week, which is an all-time record, a record that gets rewritten every single year,
Yeah,
by
I
the
was
way.
going to say, each year we're like, oh, it can't get any bigger. Yes, it can.
And you know, so much of the focus, deservedly so, is what takes place here on Zing Zang Championship Court. But there is so much more that takes place than just on this one court, and Munro unable to catch up to that one from Koszuta. I want to give a shout out to B. Marilyn Kilgore, playing in the seniors bracket. She won 5 golds this week.
That's a very, very big accomplishment right there.
And she's won 12 now in her career on the amateur side of things. That is just really impressive by her. The most golds by anybody in this tournament this year as DeHeart gets out of the way and gets the side out.
And the 70 plus and 65 plus. I mean, if I can still play pickleball when I'm in my 70s, that'll be a miracle.
And a sort of shout out to Yvonne Lendl, who's picked up 5 medals this week, 4 of them gold. We're stepping aside, back to Naples in a moment.
The Franklin U.S. Open Pickleball Championships on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the official ball of the Franklin U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, the Franklin X40. Play with the best. By Wilson Sporting Goods and the all-new Vesper Pickleball Paddles. Vesper, if they were any better, they'd be illegal. And by the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. Save the date, April 17th through the 24th, 2027.
Back in Naples, Florida, 5-5. We've been stuck on 5-5 for a little bit now here in this second game. Before the break, I mentioned Yvonne Lendl. I just want to go back to that for 1 second because he picked up 4 golds and 5 medals overall this week, and he's been rolling over on the other courts. And you said that, you know, probably not going to see him as a pro at any point.
No, he's been asked to join some of the Masters leagues and Masters events on the Pro Tours, and he's just out here to have some fun and taking home gold medals.
Second serve.
Yeah, by the way, USOPstats.com will show you all you want to see for this year's results and the results overall for the tournament. So nice to be able to look back on the history and see it as we've reached year number 10, almost done with year number 10.
Oh, great hands from Koszuta, forehand to backhand to forehand.
And they go back in front now. It's 6-5.
6-5-2. Point.
And now DeHeart and Koszuta with the momentum.
7-5-2.
A lot of patience right now, a lot of dinking. Both sides looking for an opportunity to speed up. A mini speed up by Munro, and then off the net, and then not over the net.
Spun on top of the net for a second there. Did that ball from DeHeart. DeHeart measuring the height of the net right there.
5'7".
It's not going to get it done when you leave that third up above the net for a DeHeart forehand.
1 point in the last 10 serves for Munro and Livornese.
Side out.
And the drought continues. Players taking a lot of time with the towel because of the humidity, although it's certainly better now than it was a couple hours ago.
Second serve.
DeHeart putting his hands in the air. No, and he let one get away there. 7-5-2.
Oh, a little two-y there from DeHeart. Wasn't a full drive, but it had some dip to it. Off that two-hand backhand.
Serve is long, and see if that's the break Munro and Livornese need.
Well, they got to do something here. Can't continue to get the serve back and then just squander it.
1 point out of their last 11 serves. 5 straight serves without a point.
Second serve.
Just really, the power has gone off.
Well, that's just too rushed there from Livornese. There's no rhythm to it. You saw him going nice and easy, and then all of a sudden decided to try and speed up.
And puts that ball way too high for DeHeart.
Focus.
I'm writing a lot of circles on my scorecard, which is not a good thing.
No. Very, very flat on the side of Livornese and Munro right now. Lost all the rhythm.
Second serve.
And yet, they're one hold away from
8-5-2.
being able to get right back in it. Although that's going to put DeHeart and Koszuta 2 points away from getting a third game.
Left foot.
Yeah, Munro knew it too. Quickly looked down at the left foot, tried to sneak the toes back behind the line before Mike Baumgartner noticed. Wow, that was a mouthful. Jiminy Christmas.
10-5-2.
So game point for third, and instead, the last gasp here for Munro and Livornese.
Well, they got to do something.
5-10-1. Second serve.
So good right there from Koszuta. A little bit of a stutter step from Livornese. Got him in a tough position. Then Koszuta takes it out of the air. Nice angle. Munro, no chance to catch up to it.
5-10-2.
Speed up by Munro.
Point.
And they finally end the drought. Get up to 6-10.
6-10-2.
Livornese able to get to that one, and then
nice
the defense.
defense.
Yep, Munro. Livornese lays off of it.
Koszuta
No.
asking referee Mike Baumgartner what he saw.
Kind of,
Baumgartner confirms it was out.
yeah, I kind of wondered. I didn't have any doubt it was out. I kind of wondered, did it maybe catch the handle at all?
7-10-2.
No, that
missed
was clean.
Livornese's
That was
paddle,
clean,
but
yeah.
very close.
Side out.
But they answer by getting the errant return from Livornese. So game point number 2.
10-7-1.
He goes for the Ernie and the win. Instead, we'll go to a third game point.
Well, Koszuta anticipating that Munro was going to take it down the
10-7-2.
line, so he's going to go for that Ernie.
Offensive lob by DeHeart. Good defense by Koszuta, and then the winner.
11-7. Timeout changes.
What an angle from Koszuta to end game 2.
And we will go to 3 after the 13 seed takes game 2, 11-7. Koszuta coming alive. Back to Naples in just a moment. Welcome back here on CBS Sports Network, and a quick reminder, you want to make sure you're here for MLV action. San Diego Mojo against the Orlando Valkyries tomorrow at 3 Eastern. Major League Volleyball right here on CBS Sports Network. Dave Bench, Chad Edwards, and our CBS Sports Network crew, happy to have you on board for the 10th U.S. Open Pickleball Championships presented by Franklin. Hard to believe that this tournament is in its 10th year of existence. It has been quite a run. Ryler DeHeart signing the grease board over there. Putting on a clinic as he and Kyle Koszuta, they were trailing 3-0 in that second game and grabbed a hold of it. There you go. Let's go, Ryler. Making the adjustment. So we will start with Munro and Livornese in the near court with the serve.
0-0-2.
Side out to get it underway here in game 3.
Good attack there from DeHart. Good patience as well. Moving that ball around, waiting for the right opportunity, that right height.
Second serve.
Munro quickly moves it to the second serve.
0-0-2.
Ernie for Livornese. Executed perfectly.
That was slow motion right there. DeHeart just bumping this one down the line, feeding the perfect Ernie for Livornese Jr.
Second serve.
Ball getting a little tight to
0-0-2.
Munro's body right there as he tried to drop it.
Quick hands by Munro. And then Livornese puts it down low, and DeHeart can't do anything with it.
Well, Livornese tried to call Munro off of that ball right there. Good job from Livornese reaching in, finding the feet of DeHeart.
1-0-2.
A mini speed up. Oh, Livornese able to get it over the left shoulder of DeHeart.
Perfect spot there from Livornese. Doesn't overhit it either, just focuses on the shape.
You surprised at all that neither side is being a little bit more aggressive?
I think there was
0-2.
3 balls that Munro could have put away in that last point.
Well, that time we saw a firefight. It's won by Koszuta.
Well, Koszuta was the first one to get it down. That's why he comes out on top. Little help from the net cord in the middle there.
And they'll get their first point on the unforced error.
One, two, one. Second serve.
Move to 1-2-2.
1-2-2. Point.
And we're tied at 2 apiece. Koszuta looking for, well, he's guaranteed to get his first career U.S. Open medal either way. DeHeart looking for his first ever gold, as is Livornese. And the side out.
Koszuta swung at that twice. Nice roll there from Munro. Koszuta, I don't think, was expecting the pace of it.
Two, two, one. Point.
Friendly net cord again there for Munro.
We will get the end change at 6.
3, 2, 1. Second serve.
Middle's closed. Munro not able to sneak that through the double forehand. DeHeart, Koszuta sitting and waiting.
3, 2, 2.
Good get by Livornese to keep it alive. Munro with some great defense. Now they're all able to get back into it. ATP defended by DeHeart. And Livornese finally cracks through.
Great pressure there from Livornese. Finding that feet on the last forehand right there. It was great ATP defense from DeHart off a very difficult ATP.
Side out.
Had they not gotten the side out there, I was thinking we might have seen a repeat of what we saw yesterday. A timeout at 5 before the end change. In one of the women's games yesterday, we saw that. Oh, how good is that out of Livornese? No. He's down.
Second serve.
DeHart laying it all out. That was crazy that he was able to get that.
Twisted him up. There's a body outline left on the court there from DeHart. Just making sure that DeHart didn't hit his head on the court there when he went down.
And they're looking at the court right now, wiping up some moisture. You know, you talk about the body outline on the court. I mean, I don't know if there's room on that court with all the body outlines from Simone Jargin.
Yeah, if DeHart hadn't been flat on his back right there, he probably had a chance.
It was not officially a timeout, but they had to wipe up the moisture.
It was a referee timeout.
Yeah. So 2-4-2 after all that.
Time in. 2-4-2.
That ball off the net high, and DeHart knew what to do with it. So 3-4-2.
Three-4-2.
Livornese showing off the athleticism as well as the power.
Side out.
And the side out gets it back over to Munro and Livornese. This time I don't think you'll see a timeout at 5.
4-3-1.
No.
Of course, you got to get to 5 first.
Oh, great defense there from Koszuta.
Quick hands by Munro. And that'll put it at 5-3-2. One more point until the end change.
5-3-2.
Ooh.
Side out.
Livornese giving them a gift.
Yeah, just rush that serve right there.
3-5-1. Second serve.
Munro right into the heart of Koszuta.
3-5-2.
That's a big hold there for Munro and Livornese. A little bit of elevated speed up there from Munro. Koszuta just a little too late on it.
So back over to
5-3-1.
Livornese and Munro at 5-3-1. The Ernie. Oh, good defense by DeHeart.
Set up there, right into the body of DeHeart. Somehow
5-3-2.
gets it back off, but that ball got behind Munro when he was trying to go for the overhead.
And then Munro misfires.
Yeah, if he's still moving in transition right there.
Here we go.
If it goes.
3-5-1.
Munro the backhand. Four
3-5-2.
straight empty serves for DeHeart Koszuta.
Point.
That court will help, though.
Yep. So back to 4-5.
Four, 5-2. Side out.
That is long. Livornese and Munro
5-4-1.
still trying to get it to the end change.
Second serve.
Come on, you guys, right now. We need a point.
Right now, you got to want it.
5-4-2.
That drop right there, Livornese is just walking straight through it.
Side out.
Since going up 4-1, they've gotten 1 point out of their last 8 serves.
Four, 5-1. Point.
And we're back to even at 5-5.
This is a slow momentum shift, but a momentum shift
5-5-1.
in the favor of DeHeart and Koszuta. Ball lands in. Good
Second
spot
serve.
there from Livornese.
Go grab a snack and come back, and you'll be still looking for the end change. All right, well, we get to 6,
6-5-2.
and
1
we
minute.
will get the end change here. 6-5, midway through game number 3 here in Naples. Back in Naples, we get the end change with DeHeart and Koszuta the ones with the lead. Did not look like that was going to be the case when Munro and Livornese were rolling up 4-1. But here we stand. And you know what? Credit DeHeart and Koszuta. I mean, all they've done all week long as the 13 seed has refused to yield to the other side. And they're 5 points away from being the champs. friendly roll off the net for DeHeart. Nice defense by DeHeart. Koszuta keeping it alive. Livornese finally says, all right, I'm just going to hit a little drop shot here.
Well,
Let's go.
DeHeart and Koszuta, they both kind of started to move, but just didn't have the legs to run after that one.
5-6-1.
Munro tags DeHeart to even it at 6.
Yeah, DeHeart caught sitting on the forehand right there.
6-6-1.
Munro taking a crossbody on that right side. Well, and Livornese doing the same thing to Koszuta. Little inside out. Straight at the left hip.
7-6-1.
So back in front. Koszuta was ready for that ATP. DeHeart. Not sure if the movement there of Livornese played a role in that, but DeHeart obviously breaking the concentration, not a ball he normally would get. And
Wow.
that'll move it to 8-6.
Momentum going back and forth right now.
8-6-1.
Livornese and Munro after a couple of nice inside outs each. Found that rhythm again. A missed return will help too.
9-6-1. 1 minute.
And a timeout will be taken at 9-6. Livornese and Munro are 2 points away. Back here in Naples, 9-6. Livornese and Munro have rolled off 4 consecutive points. And they're still on the first serve as they are 2 away from winning gold.
Munro doing some deep breathing right there, getting himself focused.
And that'll take us a point away.
Livornese and Munro certainly picked up the intensity of the last few points.
Match point. Livornese looking for his first ever gold here in Naples. Not done yet.
Well, a missed spot there from Livornese. Ends up feeding it right to the forehand of Koszuta.
10-6-2.
Championship point number 2. Nice defense by Munro. And Munro puts it away for gold here in Naples.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for our competitors. What a game.
And Livornese celebrating gold for the first time ever. 6th gold medal in the career of Jack Munro. But boy, did they have to earn it.
Yeah, big time momentum shift back and forth in game 3, but at 6-5 down, Livornese and Munro turned it on and turned it on at the right time.
Congratulations to Jack Monroe and Richard Livornese Jr., your men's doubles pro champs. All right, back here in Naples with our gold medalists in the men's pro doubles. And Richard Livornese Jr., your first gold here in Naples. How sweet is that?
Yeah, it's sweet. Most important thing about pickleball is picking a good partner, so I got the best one, so that really helped. This place is amazing. Every year I come here, it gets better. And for some reason this week, I don't know why they liked me, but the fans were amazing, so you guys rock. Jack and I said it, there's nowhere better in all of pickleball, so we love you guys. We'll be back next year, that's for sure. Yep.
And Jack, you had never taken home a gold or a medal other than a gold before taking a bronze earlier today, so it feels good probably to be back in the gold category.
Yeah, I'm not sure if juniors 10 years ago count, but this is a 10-year anniversary. Fantastic tournament, seeing what these guys have been able to do here, and it does help to instead of rose gold get an actual gold.
I got to ask you about the one play in game 2. You kind of gave up on it, and you all of a sudden came behind, and you were able to keep the point alive and then finish the point. That might have been the sequence of the tournament from what we've seen on championship court.
It actually was. Keep in mind, that's the one time I've done it. Rich has done it to me like 10 times, but overall, we're here to pick each other up and be obsessed with what?
Obsessed with what's right in front of us.
And what's right in front of you right now is Eva Wilshire, who's coming over to give you guys your gold medals. And let's hear it one more time for your doubles champions here in the Pro Division in Naples, Florida, Richard Livornese Jr. and Jack Monroe.
So we take a look at our post-match summary presented by Skechers Pickleball. 44 unforced errors from Livornese and Munro, but the difference being those outright winners, 27-13 for DeHeart and Koszuta. Very close match, but fantastic performance for Livornese and Munro, picking up gold here in Naples.